In 1943, a U.S. Navy ship supposedly disappeared from a dock in Philadelphia and teleported to Virginia. When it came back, minutes later, its crew was fused into the metal hull. Some were screaming, others were missing. And what happened next? The government denies everything. But here's the thing. There are declassified documents, eyewitness accounts, and some very disturbing coincidences that say otherwise. This is the terrifying story of the Philadelphia experiment. During World War II, the U.S. Navy was desperate for an edge, anything to defeat the Axis powers. So, rumor has it, they turned to cloaking technology, not for planes, for entire ships. The ship in question, the USS Eldridge, the goal? Make it invisible to radar. But something went very wrong. On October 28, 1943, witnesses claimed the USS Eldridge was docked at the Philadelphia Naval Shipyard, when a strange blue glow enveloped the ship. Moments later, it vanished. Gone. Just gone. Seconds later, boom, the ship reappeared. Not in Philadelphia, but in Norfolk, Virginia, over 200 miles away. And then, just like that, it was back in Philly. But here's where it gets sick. Crew members were said to be burned, disoriented, or worse, fused into the metal deck. One sailor was still alive, his body halfway inside a steel wall. Others went insane. One vanished from a bar years later, in mid-conversation, gone. Like he was never there. Some say this was a failed teleportation experiment, part of the U.S. Navy's Project Rainbow. Others believe it was based on Einstein's unified field theory, a theory he never officially published. But here's the kicker. In the 1950s, a man named Carlos Allende sent letters to the government, claiming he witnessed the experiment from a nearby ship. The letters were filled with scientific jargon, wild descriptions of men turning invisible, and warnings of dimensional travel gone wrong. The Navy, of course, denies everything. They say the ship was never in Philly that day. But declassified logs? They conflict. Some believe the experiment ripped a hole in space-time, that it wasn't just a teleportation test, but time travel. Conspiracy theorists even link it to the Montauk Project, another secret government experiment involving mind control and psychic children in the 1980s. Sound familiar? Yep, that's the alleged inspiration behind Stranger Things. So, was the Philadelphia experiment real, or just a wartime myth fueled by paranoia, sci-fi, and a few too many classified memos? Maybe it's just a story. Or maybe, just maybe, we glimpsed something we weren't supposed to. And if that's the case, who's to say they ever stopped experimenting? If you enjoyed this rabbit hole of time travel, teleportation, and naval nightmares, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on the bell, so you never miss another mystery. Got your own theories? Drop them in the comments. Let's get weird down there. Until next time, keep your eyes open, because the truth isn't always where you expect it to be.